कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्। तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्। मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्।
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
रेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
हरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
सद्गुणों की साधना में
मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है, प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
Jai Shri Krishna. In Zoom meeting, if you want to turn off the notification of Zoom chats, then click on the chats and then click on these three dots. Turn off notifications, click on that. Click on the mute option, and now chats notification will not disturb you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Seeking the blessings of Yogeshwara Krishna and our Param Pujya Swamiji Sri Govindadev Giriji Maharaj, let me bow down to all our gurus before the start of the function. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. A warm welcome to all the sadhak who have joined this session to hear the Vivechan on the second part of 15th chapter, that is Purushottama Yoga. Dear kids, it's a pleasure to be with you when you are enjoying Vivechan and anxiously awaiting questions to answer. So welcome you all for this beautiful session on chapter 15. Week after week, the interpretation sessions on the shlokas you learned that week would also enlighten you with the deeper meaning of Gita. Now, please listen carefully. These are the guidelines for online interpretation session on Zoom, because people find it difficult and they keep on chatting. That's why I'm giving all the details. If you face any technical issues during the session, please follow these suggestions. No sound. If you don't hear any sound, plug in the headphones or increase the volume of your phone and computer. Okay, voice breaking and cutting. Check your internet connection. If possible, use Wi-Fi instead of mobile data. Screen not visible. Click on Start Video in Zoom. Screen is blurry. This happens due to slow internet speed. Try switching your network. Zoom keeps disconnecting. You can also watch the session via the YouTube link given. If Zoom suddenly closes, rejoin using the meeting link. So these were the guidelines. Okay. Now it's time for prayer before we start the session. Prayer is considered to be an integral part of our culture and it's an expression of our devotion. And today, Sandhya Raghavaji is going to recite Prarthana. Didi joined Geeta Pariwar in 2023 and is giving seva as trainer and tech. Let's invoke the blessings of Bhagavan Krishna. Sandhya Didi, please.
जय श्री कृष्ण का
Yeah.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं जय श्री कृष्ण.
Thank you, Didi, for the devotional prayer. Now it's time for Deepak Prajwalan. Shubham karoti kalyanam arogyam dhana sampada shatru buddhi vinashaya Deepak Jyoti namostute. That means I bow down to the light of the lamp which brings wellness, health and prosperity and destroys enemies and bad thoughts. I bow down again and again to the light. May I request Renu Ratanpalji Didi from Mumbai to do the honors. Didi joined Geeta Pariwar in 2023 and is giving seva as technical assistant, trainer, mentor, and group coordinator. Didi, please.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Didi, for a devotional and beautiful Deepak Prajwalan. I would like to inform all the participants that you may ask questions once the session is over and raise your hands only after the session is over, please. I would like to inform you all that kindly share the link of this Vivation to your family and friends so that they can also benefit from this interesting Vivation. Now it's time for the most anticipated part of this session. Our speaker for the day is Geeta Vichakshana Deepak Nagleji, who grew up in Mumbai and is currently working as a robotic engineer in San Francisco. As he was interested in learning Sanskrit language, he enrolled himself in Geeta Pariwar in March 2021 to learn shlokas in Sanskrit. And soon he developed deep passion towards Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. Bhaiya became a trainer in June 2021 and in January 2024 started teaching the Shlokarth batch. That is a sadhak who wants to appear for Shlokarth Vichakshana exam. Bhaiya, I request you to take over from here.
Jai Shri Krishna. I welcome all of you to the last session of your L1. I'm very proud of you that all of you have completed L1, about to finish, and this is your first step towards Bhagavad Gita, chanting Bhagavad Gita, understanding Bhagavad Gita, its meanings. So you've almost finished with first step, and I want to congratulate all of you for that. Now, let me ask you some questions now that you have mastered some of the shlokas. Uh, First of all, we had an auspicious festival just few days ago. Does anyone know? Can anyone tell me which one it was? You can type it in the chat box. Let's see who all celebrated. Yes, there was Dashera. And what comes before Dashera? That's very correct. Very right. Navratri, yes, very good. Durga Puja, you call it Navratri. Both are correct. And Dashera, there is also another name for Dashera. Do you know what's it called? What's some other name for Dashera? Yeah, so Dashera is also called Vijaya Dashmi. Yes, correct. Nehaji, you're correct. Neha Didi. Very good. All of you are smart. I hope you had amazing Dashera as well as Navratri. Now, can I ask you why is Navratri celebrated? Can anyone tell me why do we celebrate Navratri? Or if you call it Durga Puja. There is a particular reason why it's celebrated around this time. Okay, I'll give you a yes, yes. Rudreshji, you're correct. Victory of light over dark. So, who there was a victory, that is correct, but who defeated whom? Can you tell me? That's the reason why we celebrate Navratri. Yes, victory of good over bad. But who was good? Yes, Durga Mata. Correct. Very good. And who did she defeat? Yeah, I'm asking about Navratri right now. I'll, Navratri, who defeated whom? Yes, very, very, very good. Smriti ji, you're right. Mahishasura was killed. Mahishasura was killed by Durga Mata. And why do we celebrate it for 9 days? Do you know? Why not 7 days or 10 days? Why do we celebrate Navratris exactly for 9 days? Yes, all of you are so smart. See, all of you know so many things. That's correct. So Durga Mata had 9 avatars, and we celebrate each one of those on each of those days. That's why many people they dress up in different colors to represent each of her avatars. Very good, very right. You're all correct. All of you are very smart. Now let me go to Dashera. Why do we celebrate Dashera? Somebody already told, but I want to see if more people know. Why do we celebrate Dashera? Yes, very good, very good. All answers are correct. So Rama defeated Ravana. So again, it's victory of light over darkness, or if you want to call it uh, good over bad, that's also correct. So always in our life, good, if we are good, we'll always, even if we have difficulties, eventually we will win. If we are good by heart, Bhagwan gives us more power to become like him. And then we can defeat any darkness. We can defeat darkness among us as well. We are also not perfect. We do mistakes. But with if we are good by heart, then Bhagwan helps us get over our darkness and become smarter, kinder, and genuine and helpful. And he, as much as we include him in our life, we develop all these good qualities in us. So now let's go to our adhyaya, our 15th adhyaya. Let's revise a bit. So let me ask again, what's the name of this adhyaya? Can anyone tell me what's the name? You can type it. This 15th adhyaya called. Yes, Ashnaji, Smritiji, all of you are so quick at typing. Yes, it's called Purushottama Yoga. Purushottama. I told you what that word means. Do you remember what Purusha and Uttama? What does Purusha mean? What does the word Purusha mean? Yes. So Purusha. So yes, it means man is a correct answer, but a better way to tell it would be individual, any person, individual. In Sanskrit, that word also means any individual. And Uttama, what does the word Uttama mean? Do you know that? Can you take a guess? Yes, very good. Siriji, you are correct. All of you. Yes, Rudresh, you are also correct. Very good. So it means perfect or supreme, the best. So best individual. And who is this best individual? I think all of you know who it is. Yes, Bhagwan. That's correct. Very good. So this adhyay tells us why Bhagwan is the best. And this is why we want to bring him in our life more and more. We want him to be our best friend so that we'll also gain those qualities in us and we'll also take a step towards being more and better and someday perfect. So this is 15th adhyay. That's correct. And there was so Bhagwan told us that this universe can be represented as something. He told us, he gave us an example of something to explain how this universe is. Do you remember? Yes, very good. So that is a tree. He gave us an example of a tree. What tree it was? Do you remember? What species of tree was it? Yes, it's a tougher question, but yeah, some of you are getting it right. So it was Ashwatha. Very good. Ashwatha tree. And what do we call Ashwatha in our regular languages, Indian languages? What do we call Ashwatha? We don't call it Ashwatha, right? Yes. So Ashwatha is people tree. People. It's not banyan, it's people tree. The small plant, it's not even a big tree, it's a small plant of people that we have. Its leaves are the shape of a heart. Okay. And let me ask slightly tougher question. So Bhagwan told us that this tree is there. That tree has its trunk as someone. There is some God who is the trunk of this tree. Do you remember which God it was? I told you previously. Yes, very good. This tree is inverted. That is correct. But Bhagwan told us that the trunk of this tree is some god. So which god did I mention last time? This is slightly tough because it's not actually mentioned in the shloka, but if you see the meaning, which I previously told you, yeah, so the trunk of the tree is Lord Brahma, because first he was created by Bhagwan, and then from him everything else came up. He created everything else afterwards. So the main trunk of that tree is Lord Brahma. Very good. And yeah, so this was about the tree, and then we also saw that what happens when we die, where we go. If we have done good things, if we are a good person, if we are kind to everyone, we are nice to everyone, we do our duties very well, we respect everyone, then we get good births. Otherwise, we might end up as some creature, as some species, like an insect. So all of you want better birth, right? Or all of you want to, let's say, reach Bhagwan. That's the best thing that you can get, right? Yeah. So this is what we saw previously. We also saw when we die how our soul gets transferred to the next body. Does does anything else get transferred? Anything else is taken with the soul when it goes to the next birth? This is a tough question, but let's see. Yes, karma is a good answer. That is correct. Your karma is gonna be there with you, but there were more things that are taken with that soul. Yes, very good. Mind goes with the soul. Yes, buddhi also, very good. So these things, they go to the next birth. So if you have been nice, kind, genuine, helpful, respectful, and all these qualities, they will stay with you. Will your body stay with you, or any of your, if you have a good car, if you have a big house, any of that, will that stay with you? No. Yeah, none of that will stay. Even your body doesn't stay with you once you die. So we'll also look what happens, how Bhagwan comes into picture, how Bhagwan is related to our soul, and why he's the best person. Why is he the best individual that can ever exist in this universe? So we'll see that today. Okay. So we'll briefly revise the 10th shloka that we saw because it is related to 11th shloka. Okay, so let's sing the 10th shloka together. Utkramantam sthitam vapi bhuinjanam va gunanvitam vimudhananupashyanti pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. So Bhagwan tells us that this soul, we can regular people cannot see it. Regular people cannot see it leaving a body or entering a new body or present inside a body. If someone is alive, they have a soul. Like even all creatures have a soul, but that soul, we cannot see it in other people, and also we cannot directly see that there is a soul in us. But Bhagwan is saying those who have divine power. And what power is that? That power is of knowledge. If you're if you have good thoughts, if you have good if you're a good person, if you have good thoughts, if you're good to everyone, and then if you spend more time learning about these concepts. At first, these concepts are slightly difficult. Even for me, it is difficult to understand some of these things. How does this soul exist? But if you read about it more and more, especially through Bhagavad Gita, if you study Bhagavad Gita, if you study Bhagavad Purana, all these scriptures, you learn, they tell you how this soul is, how it operates. And if you learn that more and more, and then once you meditate on that, if you think more about it, then finally you are able you would be able to experience the soul one day. You'll actually be able to experience the soul. So Bhagwan tells us that those who have eyes of knowledge, they are able to experience this soul. They're able to see this soul. So all of you, what you're studying Bhagavad Gita, it's gonna help you to experience the soul one day. One day you'll experience that there is the soul that is present inside of me. Now, Bhagwan tells us further in the 11th shloka. We'll go to 11th shloka. Let's sing it together. Yatanto yoginaschainam pasyantyatmanyavasthitam yatantopyakritatmano nainam pasyantyachetasaha. So Bhagwan is saying that these yogis, so we saw what yoga is previously, right? Does anyone remember what is yoga from 12th Adhyaya? What is yoga? Is yoga what we do as an exercise, or is there something beyond that? What is yoga? Can you type? I gave you a word in English. It is related to meditation, that is correct, but I gave you a word for that. Yes, so that word is connection. Getting connected with Bhagwan is yoga. So what you see as Hatha Yoga, all those different poses that people do, those are also meant to keep you healthy and connect with Bhagwan. So yoga by itself, it means connecting with Bhagwan. So Bhagwan is saying yogis. Yogis are the people who are connected with Bhagwan. Those who have brought Bhagwan in their day-to-day life. They're constantly thinking of Bhagwan. They're listening to his stories. They're telling his stories to other people. They're reading Bhagavad-Gītā. They're praying. They're singing about him. They're going to temple. So those who have brought Bhagwan in their life completely, those who have made him his best friend, Bhagwan is saying they are able to see this soul. They are able to experience this soul. But regular people, who don't who haven't brought Bhagwan in their life. Some of them don't know who Bhagwan is. Some of them don't believe in Bhagwan. So we should not do that. If so, these people, they're not able to experience Bhagwan. If you have good qualities, if you don't hate anyone. So when we sometimes even in school, somebody says something about us and then we get upset, or someone has not even done anything to us, but we don't like them for some reason. So we should not do that. We should be nice to everyone. Or else sometimes if someone gets a brand new backpack, then we are not happy about it. Why don't we have that backpack? Or if someone else gets really good, you got 99 out of 100. There is one person who got 100 out of 100. Now, is that whose fault is that person's fault? Are they not supposed to get full marks? No, right? So in such situations, we should not get jealous. We should appreciate them. We should get more motivated by them. So because of that, if you don't have jealousy, you don't get jealous, you don't hate anyone, you love everyone, you're kind to everyone. If you have these qualities, you will it will be easier for you to bring Bhagwan more and more in your life. And once you do that, once Bhagwan is more and more in your life, you become the word is yogi. Through this yoga, by connecting to Bhagwan more and more through yoga, you become yogi. And once you're a yogi, Bhagwan is saying you are able to experience this soul properly, fully. You are able to experience that there is a soul inside of me. So this is the 11th shloka. Now we'll see how powerful Bhagwan is. Sometimes we take Bhagwan we know he's all powerful, but even how powerful we are not able to imagine that. Sometimes we take him for granted. So he has told us few of the things that he's taking care of just for us. So we'll see those in next shlokas. Okay. Now let's do this. I also want all of you to understand how easy it is to, if you see each word of Bhagavad Gita or each word of any shloka, it is easy for you to understand the meaning, even if it is in Sanskrit. Do you know why? Because many of the words in our Indian languages, they come from Sanskrit. So we will see that in the next shloka. You'll already know many of the words. And if you use that, if you see the meanings of the words, it will be so easy for you to even memorize the shloka. So I'll first say the 12th shloka. You can sing it together with me. Yadadityagatan tejo jagadbhasayate khilam yatchandramasi yatchagnau tattejo vidhi mamakam. Now let me ask you this. So the first charan of this shloka, it says Yadaditya Gatan Tejo. Yad means the one who, the one which is Yat. What is Aditya? Have you heard this word? I think everyone knows at least one person who has the name Aditya. Do you know any Aditya? Many of you would have a friend named Aditya or some relative, family member. Their name is Aditya. Yes. So, what does this word Aditya mean? Wow, all of you are so smart. You already know so much of Sanskrit. Very good. So, the word Aditya, it means sun. And it comes from Aditi. So, there was this Aditi, and she had 12 sons. And one of them is the god of sun god. So, that's why Aditya means son of Aditi, which is the sun god. So it means sun. Yes. So Bhagwan is saying Yadaditya Gatan. Gatan is coming out, going. The which goes out of the sun. The which comes out of the sun. What comes out of the sun? Bhagwan is saying Tejo. Yadaditya Gatan Tejo. What does this word mean? Let me ask you if you know this. Yes, Teja is brightness, light, shine. That is all correct. So Bhagwan is talking about the light coming out of the sun, sunshine. Yes, that is correct. Next, Bhagwan is saying Jagad Bhasayate Khilam. Let me ask you what Jagat means. What does the word Jagat mean? Can you make a guess? Yes, very good. Wow, all of you know Sanskrit already. Jagat means world. Jagat bhasayate. Bhasayate is illuminates, shines, brightens. So Bhagwan is saying this light that comes from sun, it illuminates the whole world. Jagat bhasayate akhilam. This is a tough word. Let me see if anyone knows this word. Akhilam. What does akhilam mean? What does akhilam word mean? Akhila. You would have heard it before. Yes. So the word akhila, it means complete. So yes, very good. Satvik, you're right. Very good. So the word akhilam means completely. So Bhagwan is saying, Yada ditya gatan tejo jagad bhasayate khilam. So Bhagwan is saying this light that illuminates from the sun, it uh, the light that comes out from the sun, it illuminates the whole world. What does he say next? Yachandramasi yachagnau. Then he's saying Yat Chandramasi. Do you know what Chandra is? Chandram. The word Chandra. Very good. All of you know this word. It means moon. And the light that comes from the moon as well. He's saying that also illuminates the word earth. And Agnau. What does the word Agni mean? Do you know what the word Agni means? What does the word Agni mean? Very good. All of you are right. So many people are answering. So Agni means fire. So Bhagwan is saying fire as well. Fire as well illuminates. What has he said till now? This light coming from the sun, it illuminates the whole world. And he is also saying moon also illuminates us, this earth with moonlight. And he says fire also illuminates. So let me tell you something from science. Do you know this? Do you know this light from moon, where it is coming from? Does moon create this light? Let's see if anyone knows. Where does this light from moon? Is there any electricity on moon, or is this moon bright enough to give us light? No, yeah, very good, very good. All of you know this. It's coming from sun. Moon is acting like a mirror, and sun is sending the light to moon, and it gets reflected on us. So that is how we see the moonlight. So this light, it's coming from the sun. Let me tell you even more. Do you know every light that you see around, even the electricity, the bulb that you have, fire that you create, all of it is ultimately coming from sun. Do you know why? This all the fuel that you get, if you have coal, this coal is created by dead plants. Dead plants who have been pressurized under the earth for thousands of years, they turn into coal, they turn into fuel. And where do these plants get this energy? So that once they burn, once the wood burns, it creates fire. Where do plants get all their energy. Yeah, very good. So now you see all this light that you're seeing, it's actually coming from sun. You might feel it's coming from the bulb. You might feel it's coming from the fire, fuel. You might feel it's coming from the moon. But no, all of it is coming from the sun. Now, Bhagwan, what is he telling us? Bhagwan is telling us that this light, it illuminates the whole world. Then he says that moon also illuminates the world, fire also illuminates. Then he's saying, Tattejo vidhi mamakam. He's saying, Tattejo, that teja, that light, that brightness, vidhi. Vidhi is you should know, you should understand that it is mamakam. He's saying that it's mine, it's coming from me. So just like how we are not able to tell this light from bulb, it's actually coming from sun. It originated as energy from sun. Then that sunlight was absorbed by plants. Then these plants died. Their dead bodies were pressurized for thousands of years under the earth, and that's how we got coal and fuel. And that coal and fuel is burned so that you get electricity. Using that electricity, you're powering your bulb. So ultimately, all of just like how we feel this light comes from sun, Bhagwan is saying there is another stage beyond that. That light is actually coming from me. Bhagwan is saying all the light, anything that you're seeing, it's possible because of me. Bhagwan. That's what he is saying. So Bhagwan is giving us all this light. Let me give you another example. So, this so if there is a small child inside the house, if we teach that child that if you press this button, the light turns on. You know what that child would think? It would think that this button is giving us the power. This button is giving ability for the light to illuminate the room. Well, that is correct. It's giving the ability, but it's not the source of that light. Do you think that button is where all the electricity is generated? No. Where is it coming from? There is a huge power grid wherever you live in the city or a town. There is huge power grid which has all the electricity generated stored, and it's sent to your house through wires. And because of that, when you turn the button on, you're able to see the light. So just like that, uh, just like you don't see the original source, but some child that doesn't know might feel that this button is the source of light, which is wrong. So just like that, everything that we do, everything right now, we're able to eat food. We feel that that food is provided by our parents. Our parents growing the crops? For most of us, no. Okay, the farmers are growing the crops, but then where are they growing the crops from? From the plants, from the seed, right? They plant some seed and it grows. And then this seed, who gives this ability for the seed to grow into a big plant that we can eat? If we have, if suppose we are eating anything, if you like, which food do you like? If you like chole, if you like rajma, kidney beans, chickpeas, all this is healthy food. If you like spinach, that is the best thing. Yeah, spinach is the healthiest thing to like. All of this is grown, and who gives this ability? Who gives it ability to grow? It's not the seed. It's not just the seed which is magically turning into a plant. So Bhagwan is there at all these steps, just that we are not able to see him. We feel just like how that child feels that that button is the source of power. It doesn't know anything that there is huge grid of power beyond that, which is making it possible for this, not your house to light, but every house in the city to light. Just like that, there is every step Bhagwan is there with us, and he's taking care of us for food, for us to be able to sleep, wake up, breathe, for us to do anything, to learn, study, everything. This ability is coming from, each of these abilities are coming from Bhagwan. So once we realize this, we will want him more and more in our life. That's why we want Bhagwan to be our best friend, so that we will be able to appreciate his power, and we would be able to show gratitude to him, and we'll be able to become a better person like him. So let's see what happens further. So Bhagwan is saying this light is coming from ultimately from him. Then let's see the 13th shloka, what he says. So let's sing the 13th shloka. गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः. So Bhagwan is saying, even these plants, all these plants are there. How do they get nourished? Previous shloka he told us about sunlight. Yes, they're getting nourished by sunlight. It's not the water which gives plants the energy. Water is just the medium for them to be able to get that, to store that energy from sun. But who is giving that ability? It's not sun. If let's say if you put something else, if let's say uh, if you if you have some if you have your phone, if you get your phone, you put it in sun, will it charge? Will it get full? No, right? At least not yet, not with current technology. Why not? Because it doesn't have ability to store sunlight. So Bhagwan is saying, I am the one who's giving all these plants this ability to get nourished, to survive. Not just plant, all of us are alive and breathing because of him. That's what he's telling us in this shloka. He's telling because of my energy, he's saying, I, with my energy, make it possible for it. I, with my energy, nourish everyone and make it possible for everyone to live and flourish. He's the one who's nourishing all the plants, all these medicines, plants, all the different types of food that we eat that ultimately nourish us. Those plants are getting nourished by Bhagwan. So that's what he is telling us. And let's see what he says further. So what we saw, this light, first of all, every light that we see, it's coming from him. Next time you wake up in the morning, you see sun or you see moon, you should be able to tell that it's coming from Bhagwan. You should be able to see that it's coming from Bhagwan. That way, you'll be able to remember Bhagwan more and more. So next time, whenever you see light, you see sun, you see moon, remember Bhagwan. So if you remember him, he's more and more in your life. You'll develop more positive qualities. You'll be able to concentrate more. You'll be able to think of him more if you whenever you remember him, when you see sun, when you see moon, or whenever you see a light. Okay, so he said he's the source of light. He also said that all these plants are getting nourished by him, not just by sunlight, but he's giving them ability to get nourished and survive. Now let's see what he says in next 14th shloka. Let's all sing the 14th shloka together. अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नै चतुर्विधम्. Now he's telling us even further that, okay, you got the sunlight and the plant are nourished. Now then when we eat different vegetables, when we eat different fruits, what happens? Is it just mechanically getting digested? If we eat, let's say, spinach tomorrow, or let's say we eat mango or banana, what is your favorite fruit? Let me ask. Which is your favorite fruit? I want to know, all of you. Which is your favorite fruit? You can type. Oh, you like all fruits. Great. Nice. What other fruits? Oh yeah, mango. Yes, mango is also my favorite. Custard apple. Nice. You like apple. Very good. Orange. Mrinmay likes orange. Nice. So all these fruits, when you eat, what happens? Are they just getting digested? Yes, it's getting digested, but is it happening mechanically? You just put it in your mouth and swallow it. Does it randomly get digested? No, we have different organs. You might learn this in school. We have esophagus, then we have stomach, we have liver, we have intestines. All of those, they digest this food in each step. So now, who is giving them this ability to digest? Who is giving ability for stomach to break down our food so that we can get nourished by it? Who's giving ability? Yes, pancreas. Who is giving ability for pancreas to digest sugar? Who's giving ability for intestines to absorb all the nutrients and keep you nourished? Yes, that is Bhagwan. Bhagwan is present there. He's present inside us. He's saying as a Vaishvanara. Vaishvanara is a type of fire. It's a type of, I should say, energy that is present inside us, which is giving us ability to digest. Now, let me ask you this: if there is a dead person, somebody just died, and you feed them mango, you somehow make them swallow that mango. Do you think they'll be able to digest it? They have all the organs. So what's the difference? Why not? Why can't they're exactly like you, just that their soul is not inside them. Their body is just like you. They have two hands, they have a stomach, they have pancreas, but they cannot digest. Why? Because this ability to digest is coming from Bhagwan as Vaishvanara. So he's saying, first of all, the sunlight is coming from him. That sunlight nourishes plants. How is it nourishing plant? Even there he's present to absorb that sunlight. Now plants get that energy, and then you eat those plants. You eat fruits, you eat different types of vegetable, and that energy that you get, again, for you to absorb that energy, for you to be able to digest this, Bhagwan is saying, I'm present inside our stomach as a Vaishvanara. It's a type of fire, it's a type of energy which lets us digest. And Bhagwan is present even there for us to be able to absorb energy from these plants. So every step of our life is there. Otherwise, we cannot even breathe, we cannot even do anything. So let's see the next shloka. This shloka is done. We'll go to the 15th shloka. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्. So first sentence Bhagwan is telling us is Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto. He's saying, and I'm present in everyone's heart. He's present inside all of our hearts. He's there. We are not always able to experience him, but he's there in all of us. Not just us humans, all the creatures. If there is a cat, a dog, a cow, all of them have part of Bhagwan inside them. So he's telling us, I live inside everyone. Then what does he tell us? He also says, Matta smritir jnanam apohanancha. What does the word smriti? Can anyone guess what does this word smriti mean? What does the word smriti mean? You can make a guess. You would have heard this word. Yeah, some people have. Oh yeah, your name is Smriti. Nice. Smriti means remembering, memory. Yeah, memory is a good word. So Bhagwan is saying all this memory, it's coming from him. All this ability for us, anything. So today we wake up, we remember how to brush our teeth. How do we remember that? It's because of Bhagwan. He's giving us this memory. Some of us remember a lot. We remember when we were 4-year-old, 3-year-old. But so there is another ability that is also coming from Bhagwan. You know what it is? Apohanam. Matta smritir jnanam apohanancha. So he also said jnana. Knowledge is also coming from us, from him. And further he's telling apohanam. Apohanam is forgetfulness. Now let me ask you, why is forgetfulness important? important? Why is it important to also have the ability to forget? Okay, I'll just tell you this. So, uh, if anything sad happens with us, do we want to keep feeling sad after that? Yeah, we need to forget that, right? We need to focus on good. We need to focus on making ourselves better, helping others, right? We should not think too much about sad things. So that is important. Again, now it's not just about this birth. You've had so many births from before. Imagine if you remembered your previous birth. So now most of us don't even do you does any of you remember when you were let's say 2 years old? Maybe you might have some minor memory, some big incidents happen when you're 2 years old. Maybe very few of you might remember very minor things when you were 2 years old. How about 1 year old? Or maybe how about when you were 6 months old? 6 months, like tiny baby. Do you remember? Do you remember the cradle that you were sleeping in? Do you remember when you were just born? Do you remember your mom taking you home from the hospital? Do you remember that? Do you remember that day you were born? No, right? Yes, with pictures it's fine, but do you actually remember it? Do you remember when you were born in a hospital, what were the colors of different curtains in that room, or what were the colors of wall? No, right? That's because of apohanam, forgetfulness. Why it is important now? Think if you remembered all your previous births. So what would happen? Let's say a person dies tomorrow, and they go into the next birth as a baby, and they start growing up. And this person, he or she remembers his previous birth. He remember, oh, I was living in this different town with these were my parents, they died. They had then I had kids. I have grandkids now. Those grandkids are adults, and now I'm living as a baby with someone else. That is not fair. I need to go back. Yeah. So everyone will be running away and searching for their houses. No, I'm supposed to be here. All of you right now, some of you are 5 year old, 6 year old, 8 year old, 10 year old, 12 year old, 13 year old. You'll say, no, I was 80 year old just few years ago before I died. And I need to see my grandkids. Are they doing okay? Do they need any help? So wouldn't it create so many problems for us if we remember everything? Yeah, so that's why forgetting is also the ability that is coming from Bhagwan. Then he's saying, Vedaishcha sarvairahame vedyo. So he's saying all this knowledge that is there in Vedas, the main purpose of this knowledge is reaching me. Me means Bhagwan, reaching Bhagwan. It's the main purpose of all this Bhagavad Gita that you're reading. Vedas, Upanishads, all of those have extreme vast amount of knowledge. Not just how to pray, it has knowledge about how to live. We have Atharva Veda. Um, we we also have so much information about different medicines in our scriptures, or how to live the best life. All of that is there. There are so many yagyas which give us power. All of that is there in this Vedas. But Bhagwan is saying the purpose of all of this, it's not for you to do something else. The main purpose of this is to reach me. So no matter how much in science you'll learn about universe, how this sun is, how this earth is, how the galaxies are, or you'll also learn about small things. You'll learn about small bacteria, um, even as things as small as atoms. But Bhagwan is saying, beyond that is knowledge of reaching me. Once you understand who Bhagwan is, how powerful he is, and you try to become more and more like him, you try to bring him more in your life. That is the whole purpose of all these scriptures, this Vedas, Upanishads. There are so many stories in them. The main purpose is bringing Bhagwan in your life more and more. it might sound very complicated to you. There is the soul, there are all these things that are described. It's telling us to uh, not have too many desires, to calm our mind. Yes, all of that is true. But if you were to summarize it in just one sentence, it is how to reach Bhagwan, how to bring him in your life, and how to make him your best friend. So he's saying all these things that you're learning, the whole purpose of that is how you can make him how you can make him your best friend, how you can connect with him and bring him in your life. So it's very important for all of you. That's why I tell everyone we should every day we wake up we should chant or read at least one shloka so that we'll remember him at least once. Then we can do even other things. We can uh, go to temple, we can meditate, we can eat prasadam. All of that is good. All of these things could be done to make him more and better friend of us. Make him our best friend. Okay. So further, we'll proceed further with the 16th shloka. Okay. द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते. So Bhagwan is saying there are two existences in this universe. All this universe, it can be summarized by two. There is Kshara and Akshara. Kshara means something that gets destroyed, that decays or perishes. So that is Kshara. Suppose you buy an apple. That apple, it will just survive few days. Suppose you get a backpack. Maybe it will survive few months or maybe even few years. If you take good care of it, it will survive few years. Is there anything like that that survives forever that we see around? Yes, so somebody gave a good answer. But other than that, is there anything? So when I'm saying survive, I'm saying survive is something that doesn't destroy, it doesn't change its form. Universe exists, yes, but it doesn't survive exactly like that. It doesn't stay like that forever. Everything in universe is changing. Earth is rotating. We are waking up every day. All the seasons are changing. So nothing in this universe, it nothing that we can see like that, it is indestructible. Everything is destructible or perishable. So this is what Kshara means. And what is indestructible is our soul. Indestructible is our soul. So Bhagwan is saying there are two entities or there are two existences in this world. There is Kshara, everything that gets destroyed, which includes our bodies. But there is something beyond these bodies, something inside these bodies, not just our body, but even all animals, all plants, their bodies as well. There is this soul which survives. This soul is something that is akshara, that is imperishable. So Bhagwan told us two things which exist: destructible, which is all our bodies and the rest of the universe, and there is soul which survives. Now there is soul which doesn't get ever destroyed. We cannot put a date on soul. Yes, this soul will disappear this day, or it was born this day. Now, yeah, many of you are giving another answer, someone that never gets destroyed. He's always existing, he's all powerful. And yes, that is Bhagwan. Very good. So that's exactly what he's telling us in the next shloka. He's saying, Uttamah purushastvanyah paramatmetyudahritah yo lokatrayamavishya bibhartyavyaya ishvarah. So what he's telling us is that there is an Uttam Purush, there is a best person, there is a best individual who's beyond this destructible and indestructible. Yes, you can call him Supreme Being, that is also correct. So there is this Purushottama who's beyond this perishable things, which is our bodies and all the objects, and he's also beyond our soul. Our soul, yes, they are eternal. But he's saying, I'm even beyond that. I'm even more. We cannot even imagine how he exists, how powerful he is. He always existed. Even before we were born, he always existed. When nothing in this universe existed, even then he existed. So he's saying that this Uttam Purush, this is the supreme being or this best individual that exists, which is him. He's talking about himself, Bhagwan. So Bhagwan, he is beyond even destructible and indestructible. And what he's telling us is that he's taking care of everything around the world. Everything, even if a leaf on the ground moves, it's not, you'll think that air is making it move. But everything that is happening, it's happening because of his permission. He is there at every step. Previously, we saw he's there because of which plants are able to survive. We are able to see all the light. Just like how that kid will think that this button is giving the light, but no, there is some power source in your city, some power grid from which you're getting the light, but that button is just letting it to you. Just like that, when we get food, our parents give us food. That's why we love our parents, we respect our parents, we should show gratitude to our parents. But where is that food coming from? From farmers, yes, but where it is ultimately coming from, it's Bhagwan is providing it to all of us. So he's saying everything that is there, everything in this universe, not just earth, this universe, he is making it survive. He is making it possible for all of us to survive, to nourish, to become better person, to become good people. And because of that, he now we understand why is he so powerful. He is beyond this destructible as well as indestructible. He is even better beyond all of these things. He is so we'll see the 18th shloka now. He further tells us why that's the case. He says, Yasmat ksharamati aksharaadapi chottamaha atosmi loke vede cha prathitah purushottamah. If somebody asks what is perishable? Perishable is anything that destroys or decays or changes over time. That is all perishable, destructible. That is our bodies and all the objects around us, they're all destructible. Even the house that you're living in, it wouldn't survive 1,000 years. So even Earth might survive for million years, but after that it will not survive. Even sun won't survive forever. So all these things are, these are all synonyms. Destructible, perishable, all these mean the same. Something that destroys. And indestructible is our soul. Bhagwan is beyond that. So in this shloka, Bhagwan is saying, Yasmat ksharamati ham. Bhagwan is saying, because I'm beyond this destructible. He's saying, because I'm beyond these destructible things. Whether it's your big house, whether it's your city, whether it's the whole planet, Earth, whether it's the solar system, whether it's the whole universe, so many things in it are destructible. All of them are destructible, basically, except our souls. So he's saying, I'm beyond this. I'm beyond this, all these destructible things. I'm much more powerful than these destructible things. I don't get destroyed. And he's saying, Akshara Tamaha. And he's saying, I'm even much better than Akshara. Akshara is indestructible. What is indestructible? Our souls. So he's saying, I'm even beyond these souls. Our souls, they have to take birth based on if we do good things, we are born in a good family, a pious family, where people take care of each other, help each other. If we do bad things, we'll be born, maybe we might have difficulties in our life if we do bad things in next birth. Or we might be born as animals or insects. So this soul, it goes in next birth and then it has to be born again and it has to die again. So Bhagavan is saying, I'm even much more beyond this soul. I'm much, much beyond. Bhagavan is the best. He's beyond this soul. He doesn't have to be born. Even when he's taking birth in Vrindavan, he's doing that for our benefit. So that we'll know what this Bhagavad Gita is. He's telling us this Bhagavad Gita so that we'll be able to learn through it. We'll be able to become better person through it. So that's why he's saying, I'm even beyond, not just destructible, but as well as indestructible soul. He's much beyond that. He's much powerful than that. And that's why he's saying, Atosmi loke vede cha prathitah purushottamah. He's saying that's why in all these lokas, all these universes, all this, whether it is where all the gods live, in Swarga or earth, anywhere, as well as in Vedas, all these scriptures that we have, all of these things, they praise him so much that he's saying the reason why they're celebrating me as their beloved Bhagwan is because I am the Purushottama. So Bhagwan is the best individual that can exist. That's why everyone is celebrating him. We are celebrating all these festivals for him. We are reading Bhagavad Gita because of him. All in all the different lands and region, whoever is praying to God, they're basically celebrating him because he's that perfect. So that's what he's telling us. That's why this adhyaya is called Purushottama Yoga. Purushottama. Purushottama is best individual, best person, supreme being, and yoga. So if you understand that he's a supreme being, you will know his value and you will try to make him his best friend. So that's why this adhyaya is there. So we'll see the last two shlokas very quickly. It's saying, Yo mamevama sammudho janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Okay, so Bhagwan is saying, so let's say, so if we, all of you want to be intelligent, right? Is there anyone who wants to be dumb? Anyone who doesn't want to be smart here? Who wants to be smart here? Who wants to be intelligent? Who want to be wise? All of you? Yes, all of you want to be smart, right? So Bhagwan is telling us a secret in this 19th shloka. He's telling us, those who know me completely, those who understand me, those who study about me through Bhagavad Gita, through different stories of Bhagwan. Why did Bhagwan do this? What's the reason? Why did he do that? Those who study him, what he's saying, once they understand that he is this Purushottama, once they understand that he is this supreme being, what do these people do? What do these intelligent people do? They bring him more and more in their lives. They bring him more and more in their lives. They pray to him more and more. They talk with him in day to day. Before you go to sleep, these people who are smart, they talk with Bhagwan. They tell what happened during the day. They ask him what I should do on the next day. So Bhagwan is telling us, those who properly understand that I am this supreme being, these people, they completely pray to me. They always think of me. They try to bring me in their lives. So all of us should also do that. Now that we understand that Bhagwan is this ultimate, we should bring him more and more in our life. We should pray more. We should sing about him more. We should eat more prasadam. We should go to temple more often. And at least one shloka we should sing every day once we wake up. So that's why it's important for us to know that Bhagwan is the Purushottama. He's the best individual that can ever exist. And there is another thing that he's telling us. He's saying that if you understand this, if you understand that why he's the best and why it is important for him to be in our life, if you understand this, then you have understood everything. You don't need to, then most secret thing that you could know is this thing in your life, that Bhagwan is the ultimate and you want to bring him in your life. If you know this, no matter how much Vedas you'll read Bhagavad, you'll read anything, you'll study so many things, you'll study about the universe, planets, earth, moon. If you finally understand that Bhagwan is there for us and he is important to us, and that's the whole purpose, then you are the smartest person. Then you have gained all of knowledge. And finally, we'll see the Last shloka. Iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya nagha etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrityascha bharata. Now this is all secret knowledge. Why is it a secret knowledge? He is saying guhyatamam shastram. What it means, he's saying this is a secretive knowledge. This is confidential knowledge. Not everyone knows this. Why? And he's telling this to Arjuna. He's calling Arjuna Anagha. Anagha. Anagha means someone who's genuine, kind, who's not jealous of anyone, who has good heart, who's a nice person. So Bhagwan is telling us, Bhagwan is telling Arjuna, because you're such a nice, kind, genuine person, that's why I'm telling you this. Most people don't know this. Most people don't know who Bhagwan is, how powerful he is. Many people, some people know about him, but they don't know about his power. Some people know, some people don't even know about him. There are some people who have heard of him, but they are unable to believe that he exists. So we should not do that. He has selected all of you over here to study this because you have done really pious, good things. Because of that, you are selected and you have finished, about to finish this L1 of Bhagavad Gita, Gita Pariwar, your classes. And we should continue this and we should bring Bhagwan more and more in our life because we are specially chosen by him so that we'll get to learn about him more and more. We'll be able to bring him in our lives more and more. And the whole purpose is for us to understand that he is the ultimate person and we should bring him in our life. Those who are able to do that, he's saying, Etad buddhva buddhiman syat. He's saying those who understand this fact that he's the ultimate and we should bring him in our life, we should connect with him, we should make him our best friend. Those who understand that, he is saying those are the wisest people. He's saying those people are the smartest people. And he's also saying Kritakrityascha Bharata. He's also saying their whole purpose of taking all these births, going through birth, death again and again after so many births, its whole purpose is finally done. Because once you reach Bhagwan, once you bring Bhagwan in your life, then your whole purpose of taking all these births is done. You finally reach him. You have received the ultimate reward. There is no bigger happiness that you can achieve through anything than Bhagwan. Once you achieve that, you don't have to be born again. You'll always live with him forever. That's why the whole moral of the story is bring Bhagwan more and more in your life. Tomorrow you wake up, instead of one shloka, maybe sing two shlokas. Sing them very loud. Let everyone else also listen. They'll also gain from it. Or paint. If you like painting, paint him. If you like going to temple, go to temple and do bhajan. If you like eating prasadam, eat more prasad. If you like talking, talk with him. Once you come back from school, sit in front of him and tell him what happened. If you do all of this, he will be there with you. He is always there with you, but you'll be able to experience him more and more. You'll be able to see him more and more, and you'll become happier. You'll be more focused. You'll have more energy, and you'll get the ultimate happiness through all of this. Okay, so this was our 15th adhyaya. The name of this adhyaya was Purushottama Yoga. We'll quickly say the Pushpika. Om Tatsaditi Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītāsu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyāyā Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purushottama Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyayah. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So this adhyaya, it's called Purushottama Yoga, which is the 15th adhyaya, which is the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. It's a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. It's part of Yoga Shastra. It is part of connecting to God, Yoga Shastra. And it's part of Bhagavad Gita. and which is also summary of Upanishads, which are part of Vedas. This is what this Pushpika tells us. Now we'll pray for next few seconds and then we can have question and answer. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam. Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Jai Shri Krishna.
That was an enlightening session. Yeah. Can I start, Bhaiya? Yeah. That was an enlightening session, and Bhaiya dealt in detail about the shlokas in Purushottama Yoga. And you all answered all the questions very beautifully. We will be seeing more of this in coming sessions when you join L2 to learn 4 more chapters. Now it's time for question and answers. I request those who want to ask questions to raise their hands and switch on their cameras and wait for their turn. Yeah. So you may raise your hands. Yeah. Okay.
Jai Shri Krishna. The question from my side is, we all know that Arjun gave a kind of death sentence, we can say, to Bhishma Pitama by just laying him on a bed of arrows. But we also know that Bhishma Pitama doesn't die at the same time, same moment, and the same day. He waited for some time because he just got a vardhan from his father, Shantanu, of Iksha Mrityu, means a desired death. That he was like, how I am going to die. So I just wanted to know the number of days he waited to die and what were the reason behind this decision to wait for some days to die in the war of Mahabharat. Sir, your mic is
Bhaiya, आप
muted.
mute में हो. हाँ, you are in.
Oh, yeah. So this is about Mahabharat. I'll have to look into Mahabharat specifically. So right now I won't be able to tell you that. But if you have any other question about Bhagavad Gita or anything that we discussed today, I'll be able to answer that. Mhm.
Actually, no questions from Bhagavad Gita. I just wanted to know that how the Arjun just
Mhm.
Bhagavad
So
Gita is
I'm
also a part of Mahabharat. Krishna
Yes,
Arjun
yes, but
Samvade.
I don't. Yeah, you're correct. But I don't know the exact number of days Bhishma was there in the arrows. I know that he stayed there because he wanted to see. He has Ichha Mrityu, which means he can decide when he wants to die, and he wanted to see Bhagwan before he dies. Because if you see, if there is this, you'll learn in 8th Adhyaya of Bhagavad Gita that anything that you see or think of at the time of your death, you get that life. So if you see Bhagwan at the time of death, you'll reach Bhagwan directly. So that's why he didn't want to die before seeing Bhagwan. I don't know how many exact number of days he was there though. Do you know the answer?
Actually, at the time of Mahabharat, Surya
Mhm.
Dev, matlab Surya was in the Dakshin direction and
Mhm.
Right.
Dakshinayan. And if
Yeah.
someone wants to die, and so the Surya has to be in the Uttarayan, Uttar
Yeah.
direction. So
Mhm.
there is a kind of spiritual myth type thing that if the sun is in the Uttar direction, so the person who died gets the moksha. So Bhishma wanted to get the moksha, just to be free after cycle of rebirth, and the days he waited were 58 days.
58 days. Okay, good to know. Yeah,
Because of the reason of Uttarayan direction of Suryadev.
makes sense. That's the time when sun day by day moves towards north instead of south. Yeah, that is correct. And yeah, the reason you said that is also correct. And on top of that, he purposefully waited to see Krishna over there because he knew if I see Krishna, then I wouldn't have to be born again. Whatever you see at that or think of at the time of death, you reach that. That's also another reason. Okay, uh, good. We'll go to Shrijaji. Hmm. Thanks, Ashna ji. Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah. Shrija ji. Hmm. Didi, can you unmute her? Hmm.
Actually, I don't have. I cleared my doubt.
Oh, already? Okay. Yeah. If you have anything to ask, you can raise your hands. But okay. Divyansh ji. Yeah. Anyone else also has any questions? Please raise your hand. Yeah.
I have two questions. Can I
Yes.
ask both?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
my first one is after we die, do we remain in the same universe or different universe? Do we go to a different universe?
Oh, that is a very deep question. Yes. So when we die, anything can happen. We can go to Swarga Loka, we can go to Narka Loka, and all these are different planes of existence. Whether you call them part of this universe, and even just like this universe, there are many infinite universe. There might be other parallel universe where there is another Earth and there is another Divyansh. So just like that, we can go anywhere based on our karmas, what we have done. We can go anywhere, and it's very hard to tell where we go. What we know for sure is that if we bring Bhagwan more and more in our life, we'll keep getting births such that we are born in a family where there is Bhagwan, where everyone is praying, where everyone is pious, when where you have access to Bhagavad Gita. Imagine if you were born in somewhere else, some remote place, some remote village in some other country. You might not even know what Bhagavad Gita is. So the reason that you are born here right now is because you have done good things, pious things in your previous birth. And you have shown interest in Bhagwan. That's why he has given you this birth, and ability to study Bhagavad Gita at Gita Pariwar. So, if we do more and more pious things, we know for sure that we'll reach Bhagwan and we won't have to be born again. Yes.
And my
What's your next question? Yeah.
other question is, so we know that we're gonna reincarnate, like every after we die, reincarnate. So basically, did we see Krishna or like live at the same time of Mahabharata?
Oh, okay. So again, it's you might be born in some other country at the time of Mahabharata. It's not necessary that we were exactly in India or in wherever Vrindavan or Dwarka, wherever he was there. There were those who were there at the time, like people from Vrindavan, all of them who were born in Vrindavan. There were very, very pious people. They were saints in their previous births, and they were very lucky, pious people, because of which they were born with Bhagwan, and because of which they were able to. He was actually present in front of them as their friend, as their son, as their whoever, the way they saw him. And because of that, all the people in Vrindavan, all of them got liberated. All of them in that town got liberated. And it's not like we cannot experience it. If you bring Bhagwan more and more in your life, if you pray to him more, and if you ask him, can next time when you're this cycle, this yugas, they keep happening. So he's gonna be born again after few yugas. So if you want to be with him in next time he's born, you can ask him that. You can tell him, please, please let me be your friend in Vrindavan next time you're born, and you will be able to do that. And even otherwise, not just in when he was born as Krishna, there was Saint Mirabai. She was able to experience him just few centuries ago. He was right there with her. Nobody else could see him. She could see him. So even in this birth, we can experience him and see him. And yeah, so our births are not necessarily tied to any timeline. We can be born, we can even go to some other loka. Like if you go to Deva loka, like Swarga, the time there is different. One day over there is around 1 year for us. So you might be born there and then there might be thousands of years gone and then you'll be back on this earth. So there are so many possibilities. This universe is vast. We don't even know how vast it is. In 10th Adhyay, if you see the 10th Adhyay of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan tells different magical existences that exist, but he says this is very tiny that I'm telling you. There is much, much more beyond that you won't even be able to comprehend, understand. But if we reach Bhagwan, we have reached everything. Finally, he says, if you reach me, you will know everything that is possible to be known. Okay. You have any other question?
No. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah. Later, if you have question, you can raise your hand. Shanvik ji? Yeah. Can you turn your camera on first so that we can see you? Shanvik ji? Can you turn your camera on? Yeah, I've sent you the request to turn your camera on. Yes. Yeah, you can unmute now. You have a question? Didi, can you unmute him? Shanvik ji?
What is?
Yeah, yes. You're unmuted now. You can ask.
I can see. Oh, he is Shanvi. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
You can ask question. If you have question, you can ask me.
Sir, if we will die, we cannot born now.
Can you say that again? I'm not able to hear you.
Ma'am, sir, if we will dead, we can don't do anything now.
You're asking if we can do anything about death so we don't die? Is that your question? Okay. So there's
Yeah.
only one thing we can do about death. Everyone, every animal, every creature does it. No matter how powerful a person is, if someone is a king, even he has to die. Everyone dies, but there is just one thing we can do about death. If we reach Bhagwan, if we bring Bhagwan in our life completely, then we will not have to die ever again. Then we'll exist with him forever, just like how he exists. He has always existed. So if we bring Bhagwan in our life, we won't have to die. That's the only way to avoid death. There is so many stories. There is a story from Bhagavad where this king, he has 7 days to survive. He was bitten by a snake and he was going to die in 7 days. So he asked, what can I do? And he was told that you should read this Bhagavatam. If you read or hear about Bhagavad, you'll reach him. So you won't have to die again. Okay, very good. Nice question. Shrijaji? Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
is there 100% will actually born, 100% will in the next generation?
What do you mean next generation? Oh, you're saying if we die, is it sure that we're gonna be born?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good question. So Bhagwan tells about this to us in second adhyay. He says, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvai janma mritasya cha. He says, the one who has been born has to die. He has to die. And dhruvai janma mritasya cha. The one who has died has to be born again. That's what he says in second adhyay. And why does he say that in second adhyay? Because in the beginning, Arjuna is very scared. He's not scared of fighting. He's scared of killing his guru, his grandfather Bhishma, in front of him. He said, I cannot fight. I cannot kill them. How is it possible? How can I kill my own grandfather or my guru? I was his favorite student. How can I kill all my cousins? He said, I cannot do that. So Bhagwan told him all of these. He told him over there that everyone who has been born has to die. Everyone who has died has to be born. But if you reach Bhagwan, you wouldn't have to be born so that you won't have to die.
Sir.
Yes, it's 100% sure. Smriti ji, yeah, you have very good question, Srija ji. Smriti ji, yeah, you have a question, Smriti ji.
What is Jai Shri Krishna?
Jai Shri Krishna.
What is the form? What is the form after we die?
What is the form of? Can you say that again?
What is the form after we die?
Oh, what is the form after we die? Okay. So when we die, our soul escapes our body, and then it goes through multiple stages. It's sometimes like in the very beginning, it's present in like an air form. It doesn't have any body associated with it. So at that time, you'll feel like how similar to how when you feel when you're asleep. When you're in deep, not when you're dreaming, when you're in deep sleep, uh, you don't know anything, you don't remember anything, you're in a deep sleep. There is nothing, nothing that you can think of. Maybe deep inside you might be feeling good that you're having a good sleep, but otherwise there is no other feeling. So just like that, the soul, when it doesn't have body, it cannot see or hear anything. In the beginning it has air-like existence, and then it goes through different stages, which is also told in 8th Adhyaya. Once you learn the 8th Adhyaya, it also tells us what happens when we die of Bhagavad Gita. So there it tells us different paths that our soul takes when we die. And then finally it reaches a body. Now that body can be anything. If you have done really pious thing, you'll be born in a family which is very pious, which is very good family, who are taking care of each other, who are praying to Bhagwan, who are reading Bhagavad Gita, who are praying every day. You'll be born in such family. If someone has done bad things, they might be born as insects or creatures. So based on that, we get different births. So our soul, but it doesn't directly reach there. It goes through stages. Yeah, very good. Nice question, Smriti. Your name came in Bhagavad Gita. Congratulations. There are few of you, your names are also there in Bhagavad Gita. I'm not going to tell you because I want you to be surprised when you hear that. So I'm not going to tell you right now. I can see some of your names and they're present in Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Pavanaji, your name is almost there. There is something similar which is there in Bhagavad Gita, but I'm not gonna tell you now. Yeah. Pavanaji, you have a question? Didi, can you unmute her?
Yeah.
Anyone else has question can also raise their hands. Yeah. Pavanaji, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you can ask. Yeah.
Jai Shri Krishna, Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna.
So, you told like we can't have desires, right? So why can't we have them if we if we want to walk the path to God?
What's the last sentence you said? If we
Want to walk on the path to God.
Yeah, okay. You have a very good question, very smart question. So,
Thank you.
yes, when Bhagwan says don't have desires, he means desires that will keep you trapped in this birth. He's not saying don't have desires to pray or don't have desire to sing Bhagavad Gita. No, he's not saying that. He's saying, first of all, if we have any bad desires, if we like annoying our brother or our sister or a cousin, those are the desires that we should immediately stop. Those are not good. Or we have friends and we like teasing them or making fun of them. Bhagwan is saying those are the desires that you should first stop. Then from there, the next step is also the other desire that might keep you engaged in the worldly things. But then what happens is you'll get distracted by those things. If you're too much into, like, if you really like, let's say you really like pani puri, what happens is you like pani puri. Okay, what would happen is your mom tells you tomorrow I'll make pani puri. And then instead of focusing on good things, instead of focusing on your studies, or during your studies, during your exam, or when you're praying to Bhagwan, when you're trying to bring Bhagwan more and more in your life, you'll be chanting his name, but you'll be thinking of Pani Puri. So he doesn't want us to do that. But there is a trick that he has told us. There is a smart trick that we can use to, so that we'll be able to fulfill our desires, but also we'll be able to uh, reach Bhagwan. There are many such ways. I'll give you some examples. Like, if
Like
you like,
dedicating our food to Krishna.
yes,
Like
very good.
telling,
You're very,
I'm eating for you.
yes. If you do that, then that desire doesn't remain a desire. That desires become your step towards Bhagwan. Then it's helping you to reach him. Or you can offer him. If you do that, what happens? That Pani Puri or whatever you're offering, it will become prasadam. So if you eat that, you'll get one step close to Bhagwan. He'll be there for you. So if we have bad desires, we should definitely stop them. If we have desires which are not bad, then we should bring Krishna into it and make it even better, because he's the best person. He's the best individual. Yes.
Like,
Very good.
I could not understand why some people say, do not buy things, do not buy your favorite things, don't do that,
You
no
again, you can do
desires.
that. That is fine. You can do that, but there is always a limit. You don't want to okay, you like chocolate a lot. You can offer it to Bhagwan, but if you do it too much, it's not good for your health as well, right? So there is somewhere you need to stop, but it's not like you should completely stop. You can, the best way is to bring Bhagwan into it, so that you will be able to be engaged with him even more and more, even while, so next time you think of Pani Puri, you wouldn't be distracted from Bhagwan. You wouldn't be distracted from thoughts of Bhagwan. Or if you're singing Bhagavad Gita, if you think of Pani Puri, you'll also think of Bhagwan with it, so that you're still focused. So that's why we can keep desires, but to a limit. And best way is bring Bhagwan in it. Very good.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Baya.
Very
Jai
good.
Shri
Yeah.
Krishna.
Shri Krishna. Jahnavi ji, even your name is in Bhagavad Gita. Now I'm not gonna tell you when. Okay, I'll just tell you it's in 10th Adhyaya, but I'm not gonna tell you where it is in 10th Adhyaya that your name comes up. But your name is also there in Bhagavad Gita. Yes, you have a question?
I have a doubt, like we can share chicken to Krishna.
Oh, that is a smart question to ask. Okay, so can we share chicken to Krishna? Now we know chicken is not exactly something that Bhagwan would like us to eat a lot. But what do we do if we are eating chicken? Do we still offer it to Bhagwan? So yes, you can offer it to him, but offer it from your mind. Tell him that I have to eat this today, but I'm still offering it to you, because I want you to be. So you can do that. You can tell him that I'm still offering it to you. Um, and after that, if you eat, it is still better than eating it without offering it to Bhagwan. Yeah. Very good. Very good. So, if there are things that we do, or that are not considered, that are considered obstacles to reach Bhagwan, we can still, as much as possible, we can bring Bhagwan into it, so that slowly we would get beyond these desires or these things. Yes. Now somebody has their name as Xiaomi.
Yeah.
Didi, can you
Adya.
read them?
Her name is Adya. Yeah. She wants to ask question. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you unmute yourself? Adya?
Yeah. Anyone has questions can also raise
Yeah.
their hands.
Yeah.
We'll
Ask.
come to you as well. Yeah.
How many times we haven't rebirth?
How many times we have rebirth? We keep having rebirths again and again. You saw in this Adhyay today, right? What did Bhagwan say about our soul? He said there are two things. There are two existences in this universe. One is destructible. Ksharas sarvani bhutani. There is destructible. So all our bodies, everything around us, it gets destroyed eventually. Soul doesn't destroy. Now it doesn't destroy, where is it? Where does it go? If our body dies and soul doesn't get destroyed, where will it go? It will go to the next birth, right? So we take infinite, we take births 100 times, 1,000 times. We keep on taking births again and again and again till we reach Bhagwan. Once we reach Bhagwan, then there is no birth again, or there is no death again. We'll exist with him like how he exists forever. Yes. Very good. Good question. All of you have very innovative and smart questions. Pavana ji?
Pavana is again.
You have
Yeah.
another- Yeah. Anyone else also has to ask question?
Yes,
Please
Pavana
raise
ji.
your hand.
Yeah.
Bhaiya, can you please explain about the Ashwatha tree a little more clearly?
Okay, I'll explain it to you very briefly. So Bhagwan is trying to explain to us how this universe is, and it's not easy for us to understand because this universe is infinite and it's beyond our comprehension. It's like explaining to a blind person what colors are. That's how vast universe is. So it's giving us an example of Ashwatha tree, which is a people tree. People, the plant people, not the English word people. Uh, People plant, and it is flipped. It has roots upwards. Why are its roots upwards? Because all of our root is the whole universe. Its origin is Bhagwan. So that's why the roots are upwards. Then its trunk is Lord Brahma because Bhagwan created Lord Brahma first. First, Lord Brahma was created. He was the first man who existed. And then he, with his powers, he created all this universe. So from that trunk, the rest of the branches arise. Now he's also saying that this tree is there. If you give it positive things, what would happen? Its branches, first of all, it's an infinite tree. It has infinite trunk, it has infinite branches, never ending. It keeps on growing, growing, growing. You cannot measure it, it's infinite. So what he's saying is, if you give it the water of goodness, good things, then those branches will go upward. They'll grow upward. And if you keep doing that, if you feed it bad things, bad activities, bad behavior, then it will again go down. So if you keep doing good things, good things, good things, ultimately it will reach up, up and above, and it might even reach the roots. Once it reaches the root, the branch, if it reaches the root, that means you're not trapped anymore. You have reached Bhagwan. You won't have to be born again. So and he's saying this whole tree is made up of all of us, all this universe, and it is full of desires, attachments. Because of this desires, we take birth again and again. So if we get rid of this attachment or desire, then we'll be able to focus more on reaching Bhagwan. It will be better at reaching him. Okay? Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Thank you, Ji.
Yes, very good. Anyone else has any question? You can raise hand. Okay. Yes.
So
Please.
that's over. No? All the questions are okay, but
Yes.
profound questions. For small children, they're really asking, my God.
Very tough questions.
Very
They're all
tough
smart.
questions. Very tough questions, but you answered it beautifully, like they can understand it in simple words. Very nice. So I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Deepak Bhaiya for clearing the doubts of our sadhaks. It was really very interesting questions and very interesting answers. Yeah. On behalf of Geeta Pariwar and myself, I extend sincere thanks to the technical team consisting of Sandhya Jairamji Didi and all those who have been at the backstage for their relentless and efficient efforts in making the session a great success. May I take this opportunity to thank all those who attended this session. Please do continue your Gita sadhana and attend these sessions to enrich your spiritual knowledge and also try to by heart shlokas taught daily. I request Shravani Ji Didi from Vijayanagaram to recite Prarthana before we call it a day. Didi joined Geeta Pariwar in April 2024 and is giving Seva as court trainer. May we all thank Bhagavan Krishna and Geeta Pariwar for giving us this opportunity. Didi, please.
Thank you, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Prajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Didi, for the sweet rendition. Now it's time for Hanuman Chalisa recital, and I request you all to be part of this recitation. Sandhya Didi, Hanuman Chalisa, please.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरनउ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि करहु कलेस विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन वसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरई हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय.
Thank you all for being there to receive Hanumanji's blessings. So dear children, hope you enjoyed today's session. May the knowledge gained today make our week ahead brighter and more beautiful. We shall see you back on another enlightening session next.